Hi guys, we are going straight to work. This wasn't what I was planning on doing today or for the next YouTube video, but the plans changed with the snow, with the blizzard that I was talking about last video. And we got some drifts big enough around here that we actually can't get to the buildings I need to get to work on a rescue tractor. Let's go with that. So that will be coming up shortly, but instead I figured, what the hell, we just will try to make this Loadstar run. Now, I've already been here to this Loadstar and opened the hood up, pulled all the spark plugs, put hydraulic oil in there, and the motor does turn free now. I can tip this up and show you guys. It's nice and sloppy around here. We had a good bit of snow, quite a lot of wind. Then it's been 50 degrees, and so it melted pretty quickly. But see if I can do this. Motor does turn free. Put you guys right there. Maybe it was turning free. Dang. Did I put it in gear? I might have put it in gear. It's not in gear. I don't know, but the motor was turning free yesterday. So, there it is. Motor turns. You saw it. So I think the fuel system on this has already been rigged up to run off an electric pump and not the fuel pump on the side of the block, which I would like to change back to that style fuel pump in the future. Not the electric style, but pulled the air filter off, carb, all the linkages work. I don't know about accelerator pump working. Engine oil, we can pull that. It's got some. Doesn't look bad, smells like gas, old gas. Who's really surprised about that? Especially if somebody accidentally left a switch on. We'll have to throw a battery in here. But I think we're gonna try to make this thing run today. First thing first, I'm probably just gonna chunk a battery in it and spin it over, get all the crap cleaned out of it, and then I'm just gonna run off a jug here for fuel. Just take this line off right here, run a fuel jug over here, and try to fire it up that way. I do need to clean the points too, but I did check yesterday. I put power to this thing and it had power over the points, but they were corroded, which at this point we've done that a million times, clean points and stuff like that. So kind of whatever. I didn't have any lights or anything like that in the truck. The wipers did work, which is good. Other than that, not a lot here that seemed to work. I did mess around for a little bit and kind of ripped the floor mat out, and the floors are very, very solid in this thing. A little rust on the passenger side, just from, I wouldn't even call it, just from like condensation more than anything. But I mean, those two little pinholes are really minor. Driver's side's actually great. I need to go through and rip, basically take the seats entirely out of this thing, rip anything soft out of the interior, and just power wash the hell out of it. It's pretty nasty. If your smell of vision worked, it's not good. Let's go with that. We're just gonna jump right into this thing, throw a battery in it, and turn it over. Okay, battery's in it. It cranks pretty well. I might hook my pickup up to it just to let the battery charge while we're doing this. Get spark plugs back in it and rig up a fuel system and clean the points is the next step. Okay, plugs are back in it. Let's watch down there for spark. You can't see it, you can sure as hell hear it. So we got spark. Now we just got to get fuel. Cool. We're getting damn close here. I ought to get a fuel system of some sort rigged up here to run off either the battery on this or the battery on my pickup. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then I don't know. It might run. We'll just have to see. Okay, we got our fuel system rigged up here. Gas jug, electric fuel pump. Yeah, and it goes over into the carburetor. So we will hook power up here. There, it primed. You can hear that. And you can hear it running into the carburetor. Oh, and yeah, floats are definitely stuck. Oh my, we got a geyser. Yikes, go kill power. Okay, I beat on the carb some with a good old pair of vice grips. And it's not a geyser anymore. So, next thing we do is just walk over here and crank on it. Let's go choke out some and let me give it some gas here. Choke in a little. Woo. Quit for a second here. I gotta start my pickup. That battery isn't very good, or I got a bad spot in the starter, or something. Definitely rolling some smoke out of the exhaust. I don't think we're dumping fuel straight down in the carb, I hope. Better walk around here and check. Could be on the verge of... Nope, doesn't look like we're hydro-locking a motor. I'm gonna go start my pickup here. I don't think the battery I put in it is very good. Normal things, right? We'll try again. Really close. Something's not happy. Huh. Go beat on the carb some more. Okay, I don't know. We'll try again. Close. It's idling. Little blow by. Just let it sit here and idle for a little bit. Not get too wild here. I'm gonna shut my pickup off so we can hear it. Well, motor's not shaking too terribly bad, so I think about everything's hitting here. Hate to give it any throttle here for a minute. I should dump some coolant in it, and then we'll, I know we got engine oil, but we'll let her sit here and run. So I'm gonna go grab some coolant, top that off, and we'll let this idle for a minute. Come back to life. Alrighty, I topped off coolant. Everything here is sounding fairly healthy. Motor's shaking just a little bit, so we might have a little bit of a miss. blow by out of the manifold or the valve cover kind of quit. Something sounds interesting occasionally. A little doinking noise. Yeah, you see that? Huh, that is some interesting sound. Don't know what it is. Well, it sounds like it's hitting a valve cover or something. Backfiring slightly. It's a stumble whenever it does it. That's interesting. I don't know. Might do the old carb clean trick, put my hand over the carb and let her suck and see if I'll pull some junk out of the jets, but a little smoky there. That could just be residual Titran. That's what's burning off here. It's running, not great. Definitely missing some. We'll keep playing with it. We're coming around here. It's starting to act more normal. I think water temp's starting to come up. We're making some oil pressure, and it acts like it's actually charging, which is wild. I don't know. I don't see any lights that have started working or anything like that, but that's gains. We'll just keep letting it warm up here. That's all we can do. Actually, let's check and see if it has any power steering, because it should have some. Yeah, power steering's working. That's awesome. I don't know if it's got a little bit of a miss still, but we're gaining. Just keep letting stuff burn off here. Not loving all the wires hanging down right next to the manifold at all, but what's the guy to do there? I should really rig this up so I can put that in the cab and try to drive this thing here in a minute. But it's running, not great. Definitely missing, but it is running. And for the first time since 1996, which is 29 years. And that's pretty amazing, really. I'm calling this a win either way. It's nice to hear this thing run. This is one step further being able to use this thing. And part of the weird exhaust note is it's got a glass pack on one side and then a messed up just oval muffler on the other. So that makes for an interesting exhaust note. And then the puddle there is all the oil that blew out of the exhaust. I did put it in gear a minute ago, and we're gonna have to figure out what the shift pattern is, because I don't know currently. It's a little weird looking. But I'll get it drawn out here sometime and we'll get it figured out. Okay, air cleaner is on. Gas jug's inside. Tip the hood back, see if we're pinching fuel line. Not too bad. I'm about to get directions here though. I bet. Maybe not. I don't know. I was supposed to be working on a cow, but she went in the pond and yeah. Doesn't start too bad. Now, we have no brakes, but shift pattern, as far as I can tell, that to the left and back is reversed. Oh, okay. And okay, running again. charging. Temps coming up nice. Dang it, just not. Let's try a forward gear instead. Dang. Not running very good. We're moving. Don't hit my pickup. Don't get stuck in the snowdrift. Don't get stuck in the mud. There's a lot of things to worry about here. First gear is good and low though. That's nice. I found second. Speedometer works. Third. Yeehaw! Steer's easy. Got a little bit of blue smoke following us. Oh, here we go. Snowdrift. I say that's third gear. You just don't know the shift pattern on some of these old trucks. Yeehaw. Not running too bad, really. Got a nice smoke trail following us. Might just still be burning. Still no brakes though. Nothing. Negative brakes. Run a little better now though. Let's hop out. Make sure we're not on fire. It's like I got a cylinder that's coming in and out. It moves, it runs. Maybe later we'll add some brake fluid to it and see where we end up. But that's a running boat, to say the least. I ought to just take it home for lunch. It's only 4 blocks. My wife would be impressed. I mean, it runs. I mean, I think it'd start up after lunch. I got to pick up there if it doesn't. What the hell, right? We'll just go gentle, not get in a hurry. Screw it, let's take it home for lunch. Okay, let's go home for lunch. Find first gear. Clutch acts good. Oh, I gotta remember where second gear is. It's not where I think it is, where I'm used to it being. Should go run this across the scale and see what it weighs too. Ugh. There's third. Tires are flat spotted. Carburetor's not the happiest. We're already speeding. 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, and I'm already going over 25. Yeehaw! 2 more blocks and we'll make it. We're good, I think. We can coast from here. I probably better start slowing down, actually. Actually, I probably should shut off the camera so you guys don't know where I live. Well, dang, guys, we made it home. Guess I'll go in and eat. Hell of a truck. I'm sure my neighbors love me. It's not any worse than that beat up pickup. Nice. Well, I'm done eating lunch, and honestly, I'd rather have this thing out on our farm. So I can take the seats out of it, blow the whole cab out, and maybe power wash the interior. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. It's a 2.5 mile drive out to the farm. It should make it. It honestly fired right up for me perfect, so what the hell, right? We're moving. Not great, but we're moving. I think I'm gonna have to find... It's running. It's not running great, but it is running. We got oil pressure, not overheating. It sounds like it's hitting on all 8, but we just don't have a lot of power. I have to run to the choke a little way out, so that tells you about how good the carb is. But we are trucking right along here. Not bad for a old V8 gasser that's been parked for 30 years. Who's bitching? I'm not. This will let me get it to the farm and clean out the interior, kind of clean out the whole damn thing, honestly, and then we can actually work on this a little bit nicer. Time to start hitting the brakes, though. We gotta take the curve. Brakes. None. Oh, here comes the mailman. Even better. It just adds to the fun. Hammer down, we gotta make the hill. I got my foot on the floor entirely. It's not missing or anything, which is good, and we're actually picking up a little speed here. Wonder if I can hit the high hole here in a second. It wants to pull to the left a little bit, but that could be tire pressure because I haven't really checked any. Whoops. We made it to 40 mile an hour. Woo! All right, now it's time to start slowing down for the yard. Double clutching. .4166 is having some fuel delivery problems. That's why it's sitting where it is. Runs fairly well. Just as good a time as any for a bath. I just got done airing the tires up. We're just gonna try to knock the dust off it. None of my power washers, I will guarantee, to run today. I have terrible luck with power washers. We're just gonna knock the dust off her, see what we got underneath. That's the plan here. Well, it's not clean by a long ways, but it's a hell of a lot better. Looks a lot better. I cleaned the windows too, and then I kind of wiped it down with a rag just to knock off the mess more than anything. Got an oil leak right there. I don't know if there's like an oil jug in the cab, I think, that might have leaked out. Not a big deal. That looks a hell of a lot better than it did when it rolled up here. Good looking truck. I was playing with it, and I know this is probably jinxing it, but I think I might actually have some form of brakes, which is great. And the more I drive this thing, the better it's running, which is awesome. Speedometer in the cab seemed to work. It doesn't act like it's got any sort of speedy gear in it, but didn't exactly expect it to be fast, did I? I mean, who would on these old trucks? But it looks pretty good. It's cleaned up a lot. It's definitely going to need door and window seals because it leaked water in the cab cleaning it out. I'm sure that's going to smell nice wet. Yeah, and I did figure out that these are magnets, not stickers. So, like, that'll come right off. If I can get magnets made for myself that are the same dimension to cover up that nastiness from the moisture being trapped, they'll be pretty golden, really. I wonder what it looks like behind the other door over there. Still very cool. Good looking truck. Not beat up, not dented anywhere. Let's pull this magnet off, see what's behind it. Ooh, that one's wanting to... About the same story here. Just had moisture behind it. Door's not rusting apart by any means. I don't know. I'm not really in love with white either. I'm not a big white vehicle fan. I know a lot of people are. I need to straighten that. Personally, I'd rather have this thing in red or blue or something, or a two-tone scheme or something. But gosh, this thing's looking better. I'm so glad it runs and drives. We need to gut the interior still and clean all that. This is a usable truck. I would like to look, when I gut the interior, look under the seat and see if the build sheet is still there, because that would give me a lot better idea what year it is. The serial number tag on these old IHs usually has a date on it, but it does not have a date anywhere. So I don't even know what to think of that. It's not like it's right here. We do need to look under the seat here. I don't see a build sheet anywhere. We'll go to the other side and look. Just not seeing a build sheet. Be damn nice if it had one, because then we could learn something about this thing. We can send into the Wisconsin Historical Society for that sort of stuff too. I do not see it there. Maybe it's under the rear seat, but I'm not sure the rear seat is completely original to this thing. Not seeing anything at all. That's okay. We can figure it out. But it's out here. It drove here. Might go take it for a lap around the section or something. Just now they got brakes. Get them ran in a little better. I don't know. Looks good. Damn good. It's a big truck though. Need to measure, kind of get an idea of what it would look like cut off to carry just a single tractor. I think it'd be cut off somewhere right behind this stake pocket here would be my best guess, but you don't know until you actually measure. I think I got a guy that wants to buy the welder and the torch bottles. Keep the fuel tank for myself, sell all the toolboxes. I think I'll keep that Montezuma for myself, and we'll kind of go from there. I was just messing around. The welder runs. That'll help recover some costs. Test it out, right? Well, she's washed up better. I did go in the cab here. Found a little rust right there. That's all that I found is right here in this corner. That's pretty minor. Nothing too bad to speak of. Welder runs, that's awesome. That helps make it safe. For other things, I did go in through and vacuum this thing out just as good as I can. Didn't have a lot of time to rip seats out today, but did figure I could get it vacuumed out. Doors close pretty nice, in my opinion. Over here on the driver's side, took the seat cover out because it was nasty in the driver's seat. No rust over here on the driver's side to speak of, which is quite wonderful. Can't complain about that at all. Then you come back here, and I was digging around underneath this seat. So I thought it was just a box of flares or reflectors or something, but actually it was a 3/4 inch Chinese socket set. So that's a nice, damn nice surprise. But it cleaned up good overall. Needs a good scrubbing, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was to start with. Parked it over next to the other Loadstar. Still for sale, not for sale, for sale, not for sale, for sale, not for sale. Looks good. Pretty pleased. I have to figure out what we're doing with the bed here pretty soon. That might get put off till after planting at this rate. If you're a part of this harvest crew or know anybody that was, get a hold of me. I would love some photos of this truck, especially pulling the travel trailer that they had there or whatever else. I just would like some videos or photos of this thing at work with combines or whatever. If you got them, send them to me, because very, very interested. Would love some more history on this truck. Still haven't figured out what year it is. You can look here on the door. There is no date. For everybody that told me there was supposed to be a date, there isn't. So I don't know, but very pleased with this truck. It seems to run pretty good. Could still use some tuning. We'll throw plugs and points and cap, rotor, plug wires, just the book at it. Maybe a carburetor, because it's a little for sure. Carburetor probably wouldn't hurt anything, but pretty tickled with this guy. There'll be more for sure. Need to get it converted to 22.5 inch radial rubber and not 20 inch bias ply. You can buy I think it's 10R 22.5 would be the equivalent to the 9R 20s that are on here. Just got to buy rims and tires, which won't be cheap, but if I can sell the welder and some of the toolboxes and torch bottles, that'll sure recoup some cost here. But other than that, I think we're done for the day. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am on all the social medias as @TMontyIH. My website is territorialtrading.com. If you got anything you're looking for or salvage 60s, 70s, and 80s era international tractors you want to sell, be interested in that too if they're not too far away. Really liking this deal. Heck of a find. Heck of a good deal too, just getting it bought. It wasn't cheap. I think I spent $4,300 on it, but not like I'm gonna go find another one for less today, I doubt. And most of them are gonna be rusty. I'm lucky because I lived in a part of the world that doesn't have rust. But we're gonna get this girl out and running more once it's tagged and everything like that. We'll put her to use somewhere. But that'll be it here. You guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.